Hi, my name is Dominique and I'll be your instructor as we paint the goddess Isis. Isis is the Egyptian goddess of life, rebirth, magic, and love. Before we get started, let's grab everything that we need. That's our paints, our brushes, our water to dip our brushes in when we change colors, a paper towel to wipe our brushes on, canvas, clothes that you don't mind getting messy, and then maybe some snacks. That's up to you. We'll start by painting our background. I like to paint my backgrounds in a circular motion. You might find that that's a theme with our paint kits. I'm starting with a yellow in the center, and you can see that I am not shy about painting over that stencil. It's in permanent marker, so it will resist a layer of paint or two. I'm taking my yellow in the center and brown towards the edges. I'll also mix in some white in this paint to give it more of an ashy tone. I like to paint in a circular motion, and if you'd like your paint to move a little bit more fluid on your canvas, add in a little bit of water, just a dab onto your paintbrush. And we're using our largest paintbrush here. I recommend that you watch each step to its completion and then complete it yourself. So you're welcome to pause the video, rewind, speed up, or slow it down, however you need to. But go ahead and paint this background, and I'll lead you through our next step. Don't forget to paint the edges of your canvas for a more professional look. Our next step is going to be to add the wings. I'm going to start by taking that light brown yellowish mixture that we were using for the background and marking off where do I want my wings to begin and end. You'll see that the wings extend about an inch below the arms and an inch outwards from the arms. I'll also take a red ashy color to make the first layer of feathers. I'm using my medium brush, and you can use red mixed with a little bit of white, maybe some brown, and really get whatever tone you want. You could also start with blue here if you like. This is your painting, so I encourage you to make it your own. And while we're at it, let's take this time to say our affirmations brought to you by Inward Vines. That is, I am not intimidated by success. I release any negativity. I am thankful for the artistic gifts that I have. Now we're going to start adding details into our feathers. We'll start by lining underneath one side of each feather with some black. And then on the opposite side of the feather, I'll highlight with the yellow mixed with white and maybe a little bit of brown. Once I'm done with those details, I'll add in my second layer of feathers for our very beautiful wings. And for me, that second layer is going to be blue. I'll do the same steps here. I'll paint on my blue feathers, and then I'll shadow them underneath each feather with a line of black, and on top of each feather with a slightly brighter color of blue. So blue mixed with a little bit of white. You can feel free to pause this video at any point to get a good look at how I've done my feathers. But don't be afraid to make this painting your own. Now, if you look closely at my painting, you'll notice that none of my lines are exactly straight, and that's okay, because after all, this is a painting, it's not a photograph. It's really just meant to be an expression of the creativity that I have within me. So let yours be an expression of the creativity within you. Once our feathers are done, we are going to add in the first layer of paint onto the goddess Isis's body. This is just going to be one solid color, and you can color in the entire stencil. You can let this be a darker brown or a lighter brown, however you see fit, and then outline that stencil in black. This is a great place to pause if you need to change the water that you've been dipping your brush into or refill your drinks. Here you can see that I'm adding in some contour to the body of Isis, including the armpit, the navel, and the breasts. I've also outlined the face of Isis where you'll see her ear, her jawline, and her bangs. You can add clothes as you choose. I decided to add a bra and some jewelry, including a necklace and some arm braces. I added those with the first layer of yellow, and then I'll outline them in black. I've also added a solar disc above Isis's head. Isis is often depicted with a solar disc and a cow's horns on her head. That wasn't included in the stencil. It's completely optional if you'd like to include that imagery in your painting. I'm going to color her hair in with black and also do the cow's horns in black as well. I'm using my smallest brush here because this is where I'm going to add in the details to her face as well. Now for the face of Isis, all we need to add in is really the eyes. We might outline the nose a little bit and the mouth as well, but the eye is going to be a thick black eyeliner, as we know is prominent in Egyptian imagery. You can also take this time to go in with a lighter shade of brown, so mix your brown with some white and add some highlight on top of the arms, maybe on top of the shoulders, and on the top of the cheekbone as well. You can take a darker shade of brown underneath the body, so underneath the arms, the armpits, some shading underneath the legs as well, and maybe into the jawline as we do when we, those of us who wear makeup, when we contour into our face. Now we're towards the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for painting along with me. Take this time to clean up any lines you would like to clean up. Just go in, add any details you'd like to include, and don't forget to sign your initials in the corner of the canvas because you should be proud of your work. Here is my finished product. I cannot wait to see what yours looks like. Be sure to tag us on Instagram if you post your creations. Thank you so much for painting along with me today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you've liked this tutorial, check out the links in the description box below to find more ways to paint along with me. Until next time, as always, it's been my pleasure.